So Duke CT here, and Bill, man, I agree. I agree that the internet wrestling community needs to do something. I mean, if we don't, the consequences of this, I mean, we'd likely see the end of pro wrestling. I'm not kidding you. With the rise of what UFC, Prime, the entire MMA scene, it's really like, you know what? With the rise of what MMA, especially UFC, I don't think pro wrestling's not gonna last much longer. It's not gonna last long, and no, from I honestly believe if the way we keep going out there, it's gonna be like in 2012. There won't be any more pro wrestling in North America, and by 2014, I think it's gonna be only pro wrestling is gonna be in Mexico and Japan. That's the only thing we're gonna see in wrestling, because only those two countries. Because most people are gonna go and buy the UFC, buy Pride, buy this, that, and the other. They are going to. No one's gonna watch pro wrestling, because they're gonna say, "Oh well, that's fake. This is more real," and everything else. Yet doing the same type of storylines and everything else in WWE and TNA and everything else. But that's my worst fear, that pro wrestling is dying. And I don't like the place where it is right now. Of course, WWE is doing some good things, and TNA is doing some good things. But here's the problem. First, TNA. Suicide. Yeah, you know what? You take someone who is a great wrestler, great young wrestler, Kaz, and push him to the moon, and yet you're going to bring him back as a fucking video game character? Is this the best you can do? I'm sorry, but no. And same thing as Christopher Daniels and Eric Young. You turn these two potential great stars, and you dropped the ball again. You dropped the ball on, yeah, you turned Eric Young to a one-dimensional comedic character. You could have had an X-Division champion a couple years ago, but you made this one-stop character. Now you made him to Super Eric. Please. Let him to Super Eric, man. Just stupid. Second, Christopher Daniels. This guy worked his ass off for TNA. Became one of the best X Division wrestlers out there. Now, Curry Man. Listen, I mean, there might be a place for Curry Man, but not like in this Prince Justice Brotherhood bullshit. Please, just don't. It's just stupid. I never like, and don't get me started on Stone Cold Shark Boy. Just here's another. I'm just gonna keep moving on. Another problem. You have, right now, TNA, the most stupidest storyline I have ever seen in my life. One of the stupidest things. Um, this whole young guys versus old guys thing. This happened in WCW. It didn't work. One, because you building the guys of, not being, yeah, not pushing the young guys like, oh, well, this new blood and making it in the hills, the old guys to face the millionaire stuff. We've seen this before and it didn't work. You know why? Because the same guy's saying this and the same guy's saying it now. The Vince Russo. And Vince Russo got so ahead of it, I mean, you know what he did? He did the dumb thing of combining it and re-emergence of the NWO. You know, stupid. It's stupid. It's stupid. Why in the world would you put? Personally, you have AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, and they could be so much better in this. And not to mention the fact that these damn gimmick matches. This is we used to be TNA Real Wrestling. No, we ain't wrestling. Like Kirsty quote Kurt Angle and US UK Thunder Uncle. We ain't wrestling. We're fucking gimmick matches. That's what it is. Gimmick matches on gimmick matches on gimmick matches. I mean, come on. No surrender. Okay, you have what? An MMA match. You had a Ladder of Love match. You had a ladder match like a couple weeks before that. You had I mean, and couple that with bad storylines. The whole, Sanjay Dutt and Jay Lethal, put that on there. and you get like a recipe's disaster. You can't make things better like this. Also, another problem. You have one problem is those bookers, three guys, Vince Russo, Jeff Jarrett, Dutch Martell. Until it doesn't Vince Russo, but it's Dutch Martell and Jeff Jarrett. As long as those two, all three, whoever those guys are, get those people out of the booking staff, they can't do anything. You know what? I would put Kurt Angle on the book. Because at least he goes on record saying, we are not going to do this anymore. It's stupid. Let's get these guys over and let's do less gimmicks matches. Which I think we are all for. Kurt Angle retires from the ring. Get Kurt Angle, Jim Cornette, Terry Taylor, or anything else to book. And I think the rest will fall into place. Here's another. And I went to the WWE. Nice, good. I mean, you know what? I already said in my last video about CM Punk not being, Transworld champion. He's not. Personally, he shouldn't win the title, but I'm not getting into that. But here's the thing. It's a quick portion of WWE. First off, kill off ECW. Second, both WWE TNA. Lessen the pay-per-view shows, lessen the house shows and everything else. Because, I personally for the less is more. Less is more. Give someone, I guarantee you, the one of the two companies go like from 9 to 10, the lower the pay-per-views, the more companies going to win. TNA, I think maybe, someone, maybe y'all can just talk to them and say, listen, and this is an era we can't afford to have this right now. Hopefully they'll say, maybe next year, they won't have 12, they won't have 14, but like 12, 11, 10, and 9 to 8. 8 pay-per-views. I won't complain, you won't complain, no one will complain. And besides the point, you get lazy, like, I use most of those months, to have the wrestlers recoup or something. Around like November and December. Have 2 months off. It's not like the WWE or TNA doesn't have any, footage that can air. Especially WWE. You look at the past stuff they have, NWA or, WCW, WCCW, all they have all the old footage. They can put WWE 24/7. Watch the old Attitude Era stuff. Watch the old 80s stuff. Or all the other stuff. Believe me, they don't need to go live 365 days a year. They can just take a couple months off and have better. You'll have better workers, happier workers, and everything else. Just me. And myself as a fan since since I saw Hulk Hogan when I was only 4 or 5 years old, and I have been a wrestling fan since. I just want to say this, that that if this does not change, if this thing continues, I might actually see the death of wrestling in my lifetime, and I don't want to see that. No one, me, you, or anyone else want to see that. So that's what I believe. So we need to unite. I believe so. Hopefully more people do so, and I hope. We all have hope. So TNA, WWE, everybody, fans, I'm reaching across the aisle, man. We all need to do something. Because you know it, I know it. Anyone who's not knowing it, they know it. They say they don't. They know it. WWE's about to go down. TNA is about to go down as well. We need to do some real changes in the booking, the product, the attitude, everything. The whole business needs to be shaken up. That's all I gotta say. Well, my 10 minutes is probably about to be up. So, all right, man. I might write a blog about the rest of the stuff later. So, anyway, peace out, and all y'all, hopefully we can fix this problem. So, God bless. One love.